Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading a multi-character listener by me. So let's get into it. Arlecchino. Now, Arlecchino was not one to be subtle when she didn't need to be. So, when she saw how beautiful you looked like wearing that shirt, and how it made it so obvious how big your chest was, she couldn't really look away. And she couldn't act like she wasn't seeing this. My darling, you look quite delightful. What is the occasion? I wouldn't say there is a special occasion or anything, you respond, blushing. Her compliments always managed to make you blush. She was always very sincere with them, always able to make them get through to your heart. And there is no way that any words from her would just get through like that. Of course, there would be a reaction, and no doubt she found it very entertaining. She got up from her seat and wrapped her arms around you. Well, I think you look rather special today. Maybe it's the shirt that you're wearing. Regardless, if there is no special occasion, we can always make it one, she says, taking you gently by the waist. And soon, the two of you are seated on the couch, Arlecchino looking at you like she wanted to swallow you whole. At this point, you wouldn't be weirded out if you found out that she could. She was very startling, but her love was very intense, and she definitely did not hold back. She traced your chest with her hands, and her nails were almost scraping the skin. Not enough to injure, but just about the right amount to send a shiver down your spine. And then she leans down, pressing a soft kiss to your chest, and then it is soon followed by her biting into the skin, all while she looks into your eyes. And when she pulls away, she admires the bruise that's formed, looking at you with a sly smile on her face. Excuse me if that was a little bit too much. I just couldn't hold myself back. You're just so beautiful, my dear, and I'm simply not to blame. Xiao? Xiao did not know how to react. It was certainly a lot for him to take in at once. You looked very beautiful. He knew that. But today you looked extra beautiful. It was all too much for him to take in at once, and he had no idea how he was supposed to be able to bear this. After all, you were wonderful. Everything he had ever wanted. And right now, seeing you and seeing how beautiful you looked like, especially your chest, it was getting a bit too much. I didn't realize that it was this big. What? Xiao, you can't be really saying this. What are you even talking about? Nothing. He responds, blushing brightly and getting nervous. He has no idea how to control his own emotions right now, especially when you are so... Well, this is a bit much for him. Don't blame him for how he reacts or how he processes this. He's just trying his best and trying to be a little bit more stable. But then you wrap your arms around him, enveloping him in a hug, and forcing him to be closer to you, feeling his chest against his own body. And that's when his face goes entirely red, and he pulls away. You can't do this to me, Wayan. It's too much. What do you mean, Xiao? I don't understand. You. He gestured at your chest, blushing. You look beautiful, and I don't know how to deal with it. And it feels a little bit too much for me. Now, you couldn't hold in your laughter, because he was very adorable. Not to mention, he definitely seemed very confused. And you understood him. You really did. Do you need me to help you then? He nodded. and you were more than willing to assist him in how to process his new attractions, because he seemed to know what he wanted at least, and you were there to find a way to help him get it. Childe. Now, Childe was very bold, so seeing you in anything that made it very obvious how big your chest was, he was going to dote over you and tell you how beautiful you are, and how much he wants to be able to show you his love. And right now, as he wrapped an arm around your waist and pulled you into his lap, he looked at you with a certain kind of glee in his eyes. "You look wonderful today, my darling," he said, and you blushed, smiling at him. "Thank you, child. But I think I'm not that beautiful anyway. I mean, I look quite normal. There's nothing special about what I'm wearing or anything," you tell him, trying to redirect his attention and make him a little bit less attentive to you. You get shy with the way that he shows you his attention, the way that he's so loud with it. It's so contradictory to your own thoughts and your own beliefs about yourself. And as much as you love it, it's a lot to deal with, because it feels so weird that someone can love you like this. You want it, and yet you're not used to it. And Childe is here to make this become a reality, to make being loved something that is usual for you. And right now, as you sat here with him, you knew that being with Childe meant a lot. As he kissed you, wrapping an arm around you and pulling you even closer, trailing kisses down your chest, and giving you love bites. You were a mess, to say the least, blushing brightly, unable to process the way things were happening. It felt like a lot from him, a lot that you couldn't deal with, and yet you only wanted more. And Childe was more than willing to give you that. And once he was done, looking over at the bruises on your chest and the ones on your neck, he was smiling. "I think you look even prettier now, my darling. And as a response to what you said earlier, you don't have to be doing anything to be special to me. You'll always be beautiful the way that you are," he said. And if that didn't melt your heart completely, you don't know it well.